March 9th.
March 9th, 2021.
Greatest rapper alive died on March 9th.
Word. Who died on March 9th?
Biggie.
Oh, dang. Crazy.
You ain't never heard that lyric? Greatest rapper alive died on March 9th.
We'll be here on Monticello Avenue. We're in front of store of Last Place Winners.
Last Place Winners, 225 Monticello, Jersey City, New Jersey.
We're here with the owner, head designer. I'll chop it up. Not crazy.
Bust it up a little bit, something like.
So the title of your whole brand, it's not just a clothing line, it's a brand.
Mm-hmm.
Last Place Winners. Can you explain that to us?
Last Place Winners embodies the spirit of the underdog. So like I've always looked at myself like the underdog, you know, in most scenarios, because people always doubt you. They always think, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. So I've always looked at myself like, yo, I'm an underdog. So instead of calling my brand underdogs, I'm like, yo, we the last place winners. Because they thought we was gonna lose, but every time we won. So last place winners.
So on your journey, what's a negative that came about that you turned into a positive?
Everything. You know, I opened my store 2 weeks before COVID shut down, and we were able to manage and get through all of that. You know,
that's crazy.
Yeah, you face adversity all the time when you're a small business owner. It's just about adapting and moving forward.
So was there any time where you ordered a shipment and the shipment didn't come through, or you ordered one color shirt and maybe you got just a whole bunch of black and a whole bunch of white? Because I was curious as to how the tie-dyes came about. These is dope.
Oh, okay. So I like to use Champion brand because it's like premium quality stuff when I use my blanks. I don't produce outside of America. Like I get most of my stuff done in New Jersey. Like pretty much all my stuff is made in New Jersey specifically. But when we get blanks and stuff like that, you know, a lot of times it comes from factories out of the country. You all good, bro. Factories out of the country. So you know, we had the issue with that during COVID because, you know, factories shut down for a few months. And quantities was down. You could only get specific colors, and it was limited to, like, say for instance, if I was ordering small, medium, large, XL, black, I would end up getting like smalls, no mediums, a couple large, XL, and then like 1, 2X. I'm like, shit, like they messing all my numbers up. So, you know, we started dyeing our own T-shirts. So I was able to find like someone who had the vintage Champion shirts. And the crazy part is the blank vintage Champion shirts, you can sell them for $50 each, just plain. But I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put a design on it and I'm still gonna sell it priced at the point that we sell them at. So, you know, we just started tie-dyeing our stuff. And then I feel like when people wear color, it expresses like who they are and individuality. You know, like it's okay to wear some stuff that got color to it because that expresses your personality a little bit more.
So I know that you said that you opened up 2 weeks before COVID, so that must mean that you know, you had your spot, your store, building it up. The inside is crazy. We're gonna take a look at it later, but I know it took some time to put that together. So how was it, you know, trying to find a spot, a storefront in Jersey City?
So I was looking at this spot 2 years ago. So a year before I signed my lease for the spot, I was looking at it and it was messed up, like it was crazy. So they had to do like a whole rebuild, and they were like, yo, you could take it, you just got to do the rebuild, this and that. And I'm like, yo, I don't know if I'm really ready to do all that shit, you know? So at first it was 2 sides. So when they had the furniture store here, I was gonna have everything, but it was like all messed up. I would have had to redo the whole thing, and it took a longer process. So, you know, I thought about it for a while, and then, you know, I tried to do pop-up shops just to get a feel of like how people would be receptive to my brand. And a lot of people were trying to like, you know, like not try to steal my ideas, but the people that had the spaces to do pop-ups, they were pretty much trying to pick my brain. They're like, yo, tell me what you're gonna do, what's your plan for it, how you would do this, and how many times you would do this, and what you think you would make, and, you know, pretty much just trying to steal, like, you know, my shine a little bit, try to take from, you know, my thought process. So I was a little discouraged, and then I was driving past and I saw it was still available, but when I came to look this time, they had already fixed it up. But the only thing is they split the shop in half, so now it's one side of the store and then it's another side instead of it just being one big store.
So as we all can see, you are an entrepreneur. entrepreneur, what an entrepreneur should be, what would you say one of your first entrepreneur moves was? Even as a kid, if you started that young.
My first entrepreneur moves. I used to collect like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and baseball cards and shit. Yeah, I used to go to this spot on West Side. It was called the Dugout. They closed that shit down. It was like mad years ago. We used to go there and like get the what's that? The dollar packs. The dollar packs that was wrapped with the paper bag and the tape and shit. You catch a good card here and there, but it was all the cards that they already picked through and they put it together. But you swore you was doing something getting your little dollar pack. So I was trying to put my little collections together, and then I was buying like different Pokemon cards, and I would go to school and I would try to trade them just to get like better cards. So I would like give you a couple cards and then I'll get one good card. You feel me? But then I would just try to like hold on to all the good cards. But the crazy thing now is, my pops called me the other day like, yo, your Pokemon collection, your Yu-Gi-Oh, and your all them baseball cards, I still got them. I'm like, what? Like, you still got them shits? I'm like, yo, I thought them shits was long gone. Like, I forgot completely about them. Like, yeah, hell yeah. I gave my little brother like the sleeves that I had, like the books that you got in the sleeves already, And it's crazy to see people like Gary V and all these dudes running around buying packs of Pokemon cards and stuff, trying to find like classic cards and cards that's worth money, because that's what we was doing as kids, not even realizing that we was kind of setting ourselves up for right now. Yeah.
So as a designer of a brand, what would you say your soul of the outfit is? Is it the shirt? Is it the pants? Is it the sneakers? Is it the accessories? What is it that makes the outfit for you?
For me personally, it depends. Like, I like pieces, so it depends on what piece I'm actually wearing. Because like, it's certain jackets that I want to focus on the jacket, certain shoes I just want to focus on the shoes, certain pants where I want to focus on the pants. So it's all about what piece you really want to be your marquee piece. Like I don't really like, I'm not into buying a whole bunch of stuff now. Like, before I used to just buy a whole bunch of shit and be like, oh yeah. Now I'm building the wardrobe, so I gotta get select pieces that I need for my closet. So, most of the time it's about appealing to that select piece. Like, you don't wanna overshine something that you want to focus on. You want to give it that proper service.
So what's the design that came from last place winners that you say is a fan hit?
Respect Women Worldwide. The Too Hood for the Nerds, Too Weird for the Thugs. T-shirts. Everything we do is a hit. Honestly, people rock with us like that. Like, everything we do literally turns into a hit. I always gotta restock our stuff. It's gonna sell out. It's gonna be crazy. People are gonna be gravitating towards it. So we one of the lucky ones. We drop a lot of catchy, good stuff.
What's your favorite one? I would say manufacturing. What's your favorite one? Because you do a lot of stuff in house. So what's your favorite piece that you just enjoy doing from beginning to end?
Like the cut and sew stuff.
Yeah, anything from cut and sew to the t-shirts to the hats.
I like our cut and sew process. So I would say like probably like the leather pants or something, or like the jackets and shit. Like, 'cause it's fun. Like, you don't know what's gonna come from it, especially when you're doing the jackets. Like, leather pants, you just know that's gonna be a vibe. Like, you're gonna feel like the shit. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, if I could walk around with leather pants, no shirt, and some kicks every day, like, that would be my fit. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's how good they make you feel. But those jackets, like the varsity jackets, the vintage joints, it's just fun. Like, you don't know what's gonna come from it. Like, to think that we just got this jacket vintage, it could have been owned by somebody in 1954 who was getting played out by his girlfriend. He like, I hate high school. You feel me? 50 years later, we done got his shit and then we stripped it down, redid it, and now somebody vibing in the club with it on. So it's like we recreate things, we bring in new aspects to it, and then it's like new energy. So that's always fun.
What's some words of advice you would give to
shit? Yo, vote Educational Gilmore for Ward F, and things like this won't happen. You know what I mean? Like, people that care about the community, because random bags blowing down the street. Not it. That shit is not cool at all.
So, what's some words that you would share with a young black entrepreneur coming from Jersey City, looking to just start their own business?
I would tell any entrepreneur, not just young black entrepreneurs, because entrepreneurs make things happen. Whether it don't matter the race, it don't matter your race. It matters what's in you. You know, I would tell any entrepreneur, write your goals down, write down what you have planned, and get a calendar and really try to execute based off that calendar. So if you feel like, all right, you want to be something by a certain time, you write that as your what you want to be. All right, I want to do this in 3 months. So from 3 months, what are you going to do to get you to that point? And stay on top of that and live by that calendar. And you're going to manifest everything that you want, especially when you write it down. It's something about writing things down that, like, you go back to it and you're like, damn, I did that shit without even realizing I was focusing on that. It's like stores in our brain somehow. It's like kind of weird. But yeah, definitely write your goals down and just execute. And don't give a fuck what nobody got to say. It's gonna be people that's putting their beliefs on you, or their fear of failure on you because they never tried. You know, you can't be afraid to fail if you never tried. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, if you fail, you fail. At least you made an attempt. But if you never try, you don't know if you're gonna succeed or fail. You know, don't let nobody influence your actions.
What would you say one of your favorite failures was?
My favorite failures? I don't really have favorite failures. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't like to lose. So it's just, I don't know. I feel like I learn from everything. You know, you gotta take time and live and experience and learn. So I feel like I learn from everything. I can't even remember, I don't even think about failures, honestly. I can't even recall a failure to think about it. You know, maybe I ain't lift enough in the gym or something. I can't do it. That maybe felt like a failure, or I don't know. I failed in school a lot. I had a lot of that shit, failing in school and shit, but I didn't really apply myself. People like, oh, he got potential if he applies himself. I just couldn't focus on that shit. My mind was on something else, you know? But when you know what your mind is on, that's when you just gotta focus on that one thing. You can't distract yourself with other shit. Yeah, they not even going nowhere. Yo, they're not even going nowhere. They just go into that office right there, where the station and shit.
Oh, right there by the army.
Yeah.
So as Jersey City grows, continue to grow into a beautiful city, what would be one of your Jersey City favorite pastimes? Whether it's hanging out at a certain spot, going to a certain place at the mall, what's something that's always gonna play back in your mind from the city?
One of my favorite things to do in Jersey City, I don't know. Jersey City is a lot of fun stuff to do. You know, we got that pedestrian plaza on Newark Ave now. That's kind of fun. You know, I remember in high school and like right after high school, everybody would go down to the waterfront. That was the thing. Everybody would be at the waterfront. You know, that's still a vibe. Sometimes you just go down there and just chill out, reflect. There's a lot of things to do in Jersey City that's fun. You know, I feel like I did almost everything out here, so it's hard to pick just one. It's like a bunch of stuff to do, you know, and enjoy out here. It's the most diverse city in America, our whole lives. So that says a lot in itself. You feel me?
If you could do a pop-up shop anywhere in the world with your brand, where would you take it to?
I'd do a pop-up. Shit, that's hard. I would do a pop-up in like Tokyo or some shit like that. Like Tokyo or like Italy, Paris, shit like that. Like all those names that everybody gravitate to. Those big designers are from Italy, Paris, Tokyo. You feel me? LPW, all in these spots. You know, that'd be fun.
So as this year continues to grow, what can we expect from LPW?
You can expect a lot. We got a lot going on. We got a lot of new people being involved. We got a lot of new consumers. A lot of new stuff. A lot of new stuff. It's gonna be fun. You know. It's mad audiences that's like getting in tune with us, so it's gonna be fun. You know, I'm just looking forward to just keep working. We doing events, pop-ups, and all that stuff. You know, so everybody just gotta stay in tune and keep watching. I can't give you the rest of the movie. You know, you gotta come for the ride and tune into us.
One more quick thing, cause I follow you on Instagram. Everybody else who don't follow you, they gotta like I said,
Flizzy SLR, Flizzy.SLR. last place winners CO. So that's last place winners page, last place winners CO. And mine is Flizzy, FLIZZY.SLR.
Yeah, follow him, 'cause he show a lot. He showed a couple sneak peeks.
Yeah, I definitely.
So when I condemn him for that, I gotta try to learn how to get my
Commend,
solo
not condemn. Commend. He's like, y'all condemn him. You should not do that. Nah, for real.
For that word.
Nah, definitely. Nah, I always give people a glimpse of like the creative process because that's what I like. Like I was the dude that was like Googling rappers in the studio to see how they create and shit. Like I like the creative process and like seeing like, oh, why? Damn, so that's how Q-Tip make a beat. He take the record and he keep dropping the needle and then he find a loop. Like, that's fun, you know? That's dope to me. And that's how I feel as though, you know, a lot of people consume brands by tuning into the creative process.
Alright, so we're gonna take a step inside. He's gonna show us around and make sure y'all stop by. What's the address again? Let us know.
225 Monticello Ave, Jersey, New Jersey. Took the whole block. The whole block.
Word.
Yeah. Hate that shit.